Shadows on the Ledger, Part 2, Broken Justice. This series is a dramatized exploration based on court records, public documents, and extensive personal interviews conducted during the defense investigation. While key events are drawn from real sources, some dialogue and scenes have been reconstructed for narrative clarity. Viewer discretion is advised. He entered the justice system carrying the full weight of the childhood fractures, the guardianship exploitation, and the explosive violence in the high-rise. At 17 or 18, he was no longer the boy from Broward. He was now the defendant in a case that shocked the community. The older boat captain had been killed in a frenzy, dozens of wounds. The state had its narrative, cold-blooded murder by a dangerous young offender. But the deeper story, the grooming, the power imbalances, the years of control by older men, was only partially explored in the courtroom. The representation felt inadequate. We can fight this, but the evidence is heavy. A plea might be the best path forward given your age and the circumstances we're dealing with. The years of grooming and the transaction-like arrangement were not given the depth they deserved. He entered a plea. The label of violent offender was now official, a mark that would follow him for decades. The first conviction became a permanent mark. The state now had its foundation for labeling him a career criminal. But cracks in the process were already visible. The representation had left significant gaps. The deeper story of exploitation was not fully developed. Those gaps would later become the basis for significant challenges. Years later, the attorney's own downfall became a key part of the story. The lawyer was disbarred by the Florida Supreme Court in 1991 for serious ethical violations. The disbarment gave the post-conviction team powerful ammunition. Combined with his strong performance in prison, where he excelled in education and IT tech certification, it helped open the door for relief. He served roughly half of a 25-year sentence and was released early. His education was highlighted as evidence of rehabilitation and became an important factor in his release. He stepped out, older now, carrying the weight of the years inside. The world outside felt both familiar and alien. The early release was a partial victory. He had survived. But the rough road that began in childhood had not ended. The label followed him. The trauma followed him. And the streets he returned to were the same ones that had claimed him before. He walked out of prison believing he could build something new. For a time, it looked like redemption was possible. But the past had other plans. Part 3 drops soon. If this story moved you, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. What part of the first conviction hit hardest for you? Turn on notifications.